La la la. Okay, finally. Hello. How are you guys? This is the second time that I'm making this video because the first time I did it, it was... I was kind of rambling. I don't know. I was not feeling it when I started editing it. Editing it. When I started editing it, Jesus Christ. When I started the editing process, right? So I'm doing this again. I am going to be showing you my current island, which is like, if there's not a big house update, which we'll see, the 2.2 live stream is tomorrow as of me recording this. So maybe, you know, there's a huge house update coming. If this huge house update is not coming, this is going to be my house, the way my island looks for a while, because I can't see myself making a whole island from scratch for a little while, unless they do like a big house update. Because as it stands right now, I'm pretty okay with the house that I have within the limitations that the game has, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm going to show you my latest island. So grab a cup of coffee, grab something to eat, whatever you want to do, because this will take a while. That's about it. Let's just start. I keep making places here, and I decided to not do that, to do something from here, just for the, you know, for the flavor, to do something new. My meteor here, So you come in and you see, like, mama, a portal behind you. So in order for you to get into the new build, you have to go from here, and you will see this portal, which is, you know, the book of birth. And you go in through here. Oh, and you traveled to my place. This is the entrance, and it's really grand and majestic. I love it. For the ground here, I've got, let me show you. I've got an upside down plot of land. This, see, I have it upside down. Oh. Because
great job! Our home really needed this.
Yeah. Because I wanted to make this place look very stony. I don't know how to, mountainy, you know, like, not, I didn't want this to have grass here.
Psst. Your ass is grass, and I'm gonna mow it.
Leave me alone!
The thing that is unfortunate is that, you know, when you walk, you can hear the... You know, it's like walking on grass, which is kind of unfortunate. Because, you know, I wanted it to have the essence of rock and stone. But, you know, you can't ask much, because this was not supposed to be used like that. Yeah, so this is the main square of the village, I would say, the stone village. I took inspiration from a place in Greece which is called Meteora, and it's basically a bunch of rocks that they are kind of wild. How it looks weird that they are so tall and standing like that, you know. They don't really look like mountains, and on top of those weird hills there are monasteries and structures of all sorts, and I took inspiration from that. Ideally I wanted to do a whole village, but I wasn't able to because of the because of the load limit. As you can see, it's worse than it's ever been, but it's fine because it's the biggest build that I've ever made, to be honest. So yeah, I've got a couple of houses here and there. I'll show you around, but we start from here. A little flower stand. If you go through here, I used to have my crops here, like the small ones and the medium ones, up to here pretty much, but I had to take them down because of the, say it with me, load limit. So yeah, they had to go This is a small tea area, like a tea parlor. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I like it. I like the idea of this being a repurposed conservatory, you know? It used to have lots of flowers, and now it's used as a place to drink tea. And ideally, you'd be able to grow your own crops here, but, you know, you can't.
Because of the load limit.
Oh, since it's night, let me show you this too. So, I think I've showed you this trick before. When you turn on this light, the light that it gives off is nothing. You know, like this is not, what is this? So what you do in this situation is you take this chandelier, you know, this one. Oh yeah, I have hover off, that's why. Okay, you have this chandelier and you put it down. I have it here. And you go and you put the lamp on top of it. Here. So it looks like there's light coming from the lamp, you know? It's unfortunate that we have to do it that way because that also, every chandelier adds to the load limit, which is great, yay! But I prefer that than having lights but not actual light, you know? The meteors! Look at the meteors. There's a meteor shower. Why is it called a meteor shower? I never knew. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. I love a meteor season this time of year. If anyone gets that reference, I don't know, message me. That we'll become best friends. So we did this. This is a small flower stand that, you know, like you get flowers from the conservatory and you sell them. Here is a small another lamp. Oh, all these lamps are turned off, by the way. The top ones, not the bottom ones. It does that, I think, every time you leave a specific place. Like, it does that for, you know, so that your PC doesn't overheat, which is... It's kind of annoying, coming and going and having to light the lamps every single time. But it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. So, this is a small cafe, where you get, you know, your coffee to go. Or you can sit here for a while, but it's not, you know... It's a kiosk type of thing. If you go up here, you'll see the first building that I made, which is a bakery. It's a small bakery. This is the counter, you know, where the employer would be, but they're not because,
you know, I'm alone in this place.
And I have some of the decorations here. I thought that chair looked nice. It made sense to be at a bakery. This is the outside where you can sit. Like, imagine having tea and looking at that. That's tea, you know?
And that's the tea.
That's the tea.
Kill me!
Yeah, so that's the small bakery. On the top here, we have a small living area for somebody that wants to be more cozied up, you know, next to their fireplace. I'll take the Christmas decorations down, and hopefully that will help with load limits so I can put something else on. But that was the first building that you see once you get into the main structure. So we'll keep going from here. There are some steps. Beep, beep, beep. You'll have to cross the river like that. Because, you know, you cannot do bridges. We cannot do bridges in this game, apparently. And this is a small valley in between the two main attractions of the island that I have. It is a small valley in between the mountains, and this is where all my animals are in. I'm gonna name all the animals that I have now.
Lucifer, Jezebel, Gustav, Lil Dicky, Dick, Johnny. I haven't named that one. I don't know how.
Guys, tell me in the comments. Engagement bait. Tell me in the comments what to name this deer. This deer is very dear to me.
This is Judith, egirl.exe, because she has long stockings and you know, eyelashes and eyeliner. She's a baddie. This is Keratas.
It's... Where is Nikki going? Right. Keratas is... Oh! Sorry. It's a bad word in Greek. It means someone that's been cheated on. but it also means horns. So, okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Kerata, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for naming him that now, but I can't change it. Look at him. He's so sad. He's glitching all over the place.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Anyway.
Pedro was my first animal. The sheep. Pedro is my favorite. And also the horse I haven't named. But yeah, these are my animal names. Great. Animal name tour.
This is the current Nikki's house. This version of Nikki. That's her house up there. And I haven't gotten stairs or anything for going up there because I want it to be kind of isolated. So people who don't know that it's there, you know, don't find it. You will find it, but like the story of this place in my mind is like that she made a place where she is the one that can only. She's pretty isolated. She's pretty isolated. Oh my god, she's pretty isolated, and she likes that. It's a very simple build. I have this on stilts. It's effective, it's nice. It's just, it's not anything crazy. Load limit here. I put the piano because it was a big ass item that could cover a big part of a room without having too much load, you know. This is her room. She's very much into astronomy. She loves astronomy, and she loves to be inspired by the stars to create outfits. That's like my idea behind all those pictures. And this picture right here, this photo, it was one of my favorite photos of all time. Nikki here looks like a galaxy, you know. Yeah, so this is pretty much like, this is her space, her place, and she goes outside and she looks through the telescope, and she's kind of where are you going? Why are you sinking into the floor? What the hell? So yeah, she's kind of a researcher slash fashion designer, you know, like I don't know. So if you keep going from the valley, if you want to go further, you'll see the main attraction, which is, come on, load. Ta-da-ta-ta, this place. So this place is pretty much, it's like the first place. Like I have the same trick here with the upside down terrain, but it is kind of different in the sense of that here there is this big flower that has pretty much like bloomed through the earth and split the stone. And it also made a gravitational thingy around. This is why the stones are in the air like that and like that here. Nature started bursting through the stone. Not nature, because stone is nature too, but life, you know. So then people started worshipping this place because it's a very magical place, and they created all those buildings around here. And these buildings, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 buildings, are they 4? Yeah, these 4 buildings are tied together, are part of the worshipping of this little flower. It's the chapel up top, and there are some other buildings that I will cover in a minute. But there are also 2 more places which are like kind of for tourists, because I also thought that would be like kind of a touristy area, because you know, like people like seeing shit like that, you know. And the place that I based this map off is Meteora, is pretty touristy too. So that's why There's also this restaurant in the distance, and this is kind of like a merch shop, which is kind of, I don't know. I need your opinion, guys. I need your opinion on this because I don't know if I want to keep it or not. This specific house, because I think it doesn't make that much sense along with everything else. It's kind of, I don't know. Like, I like it on the inside. I like the outside too. Like, it's a nice toy store, you know? It's cute. It's sweet. But and Momo's thing is here. But I don't think it fits the rest of the stuff. But let me know. If you don't like it, I'll tear it down. If the majority says they don't like it, I'll tear it down. If the majority is like, yes, bitch, keep it, I'll be keeping it. Yay. So, go into here, and that's the restaurant. Oh my god, I have to turn everything on. That's the restaurant. That's where the food is prepped. Don't pay attention to this. Imagine that people can reach this part. But yeah, this is a small restaurant. I kind of like it. This is the toy store that I showed you before. And let's go to the main course, which are these 3 buildings that end up in the church up there. So let's start with the first one. These 3 buildings, apart from the chapel, are connected with bridges. Ideally, I wanted to be one big bridge, but that didn't happen. I was not able to figure out how to do it. So we go to the first place, and this is pretty much the place where the main priestess lives, you know. So this is like a small kitchen and a dining area, and if you go upstairs, it is her small bedroom, where she also has like a small altar for herself, and like, you know, it's a small, like, very, what's the word, not timid, humble. It's a humble place, because, you know, like priestesses and monks and stuff like that are like, they are not into like worldly possessions and stuff like that. So yeah, this is where she lives. Ideally, there would be a door up here that would lead to the other building, but I had to not do it that way. I don't remember why, but it was difficult anyway. So in order for you to go to the next building, you have to go outside through here, walk around, and start going up these sets of stairs to lead you to the next building. This is the view from here. Oh my god. The camera is freaking out. This is the second building, which this building is a library. This library is filled with turned off lamps and pretty much books on the occult and the witchy and the supernatural and sacred books, you know, like rare tomes, and people from all over the world come to visit this library for its very exclusive tomes, you know, scholars and theologists and whatever. I like the library, how it turned out. It's very cramped, which I really like. Cramped spaces, they look lived in. We get out of this place, and if we ignore that, we want to keep going to the last building in these 3 type of buildings. Oh, let me show you kind of like the structure. So the library is like that. And the top of the library is, it's kind of, it's a roofing technique that I haven't done before. So I'm pretty proud of it. So this is the roof. I like it. It looks like a little cappuccino guy, like with the bald spot and everything. And this is the final building in the 3 building row. I'm going to show it to you. It's very big. It's the biggest out of all of them. It was not intended to be the biggest one, but it turned out that way. And who am I? Like, if you have big dreams, chase them. But this is the place where if you want to meet the priestess and talk to the priestess, if you want to talk to the priestess, if you have questions like about your life, or you want life advice or spiritual advice, you come here. And you get here and you sit down and you wait for the secretary, and the secretary is always late. So you'll be waiting for a while, and then the secretary will run through the doors, be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm late." And then
I still remember the time we took this photo.
no, she won't say that, Nikki. The client is gonna get up and say, "Oh, finally, where were you?" And they're gonna be here, and the secretary is gonna be like, the priestess is gonna see you now. And the client is like, "Okay, Jesus, finally." And she'll go up. And here is a small place in between the waiting area and the priestess space, where people can come in and like kind of have small workshops, and also have weed. I mean, not weed. Have tea. Yeah, tea. You also have tea. Yeah, and speak about
The future or like other spiritual stuff and mellow out, if you know what I mean.
They can also see the stars, and I have some pictures here of the priestess, and I also did this picture, which I'm super proud of. This is a reward that we have if we finish the entirety of the house levels. Like if you reach level 10 in all of your house abilities, you get this reward, and I put it here as if my Nikki is holding. It's the small things, okay? It's the small things. So yeah, if you're done sitting down and you're done taking in the view and taking your edibles and everything, you can go upstairs. You can go upstairs, blah 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 blah. And this is the office of the priestess. And she has all the 8 legendary stylists here, and this is where she sits. And if you ask her, like, tell me my future, she's gonna be like,
Let me see. Wow, you're totally, royally screwed up.
and you'll be like, yeah, sucks to be me, I guess. And then she gets $500 from you and you're gone. Yeah, this is the place where you go to meet the priestess. I like how it turned out, and I was able to use this. I wanted to use this specific item for a long time, but I never knew how to use it. Like, what do you use it for? But in this build, I came up with the priestess story, So that's what it is. We'll go down now. Look, this place looks really nice from here. Doesn't it? Like, say what you want. Say what you want about the housing system in Infinity Nikki. It looks good. Like, is it difficult? Very. Is it junky? Very. Is it perfect? Not at all. It's so far from perfect. But the way the light goes in from the windows, and some of the items are so beautiful. Okay, I gushed enough about the housing system. Not the system, the how it looks. And then you go down. You decided to visit this place. You decided to visit Grimfall, right? So you'd basically you get here, you see the flower, you pray or whatever, you throw a coin, whatever you want to do. You go, you see the priestess, You go to the library, you read the scholarly books, and then you visit the priestess at her office where she's gonna read her tarot cards or whatever. And then after all of that, you are able to go to the chapel. And should I get up while it's nighttime because of the meteors? Let's start like that. This part right here, I wanted it to feel a bit like the Parthenon in the Acropolis. So that's like why it is like that. And it also, it's not done. It's because in my mind, it was like kind of abandoned. These are like very, very old structures, supposedly, you know. So that's why they are like that, and they're not proper finished builds, you know. But you start going up the stairs, and one of the main reasons that monasteries are so high up in the mountains is most of the times is not just because, you know, people need to be closer to God or like far away from civilization so they can, you know, be inspired and like being close to God and everything. But it's also like a sign of devotion, because if you go up all those sets of stairs, it is a physical, it demands some physical exhaustion, you know. So there is something very beautiful, in my opinion, even though I'm not religious at all, but I find that there's something very beautiful and very symbolic about places that are high up in the mountains, you know, and you have to climb all those stairs to reach. And when you reach am I boring you, Nikki? I'm sorry. Am I boring you? And when you reach the destination, you know, it is so rewarding. Because you've made such a good job of going up all those stairs. We're talking about 1,000 steps, like 4,000 steps, and you have to keep going and keep pushing yourself to reach a spiritual awakening or something. You know, I get the symbolism, and I really like how the monasteries and chapels, when monasteries and chapels are up there, you know. Oh my god. We chose right.
Meteors.
Let's just keep going through here. This is where I have some of my pawns, because some of the pawns I had to take out for loadout reasons. Let's keep going up. A structure here, which is like a fish related structure. Don't fall through here, because you're gonna fall down. You're not gonna be able to get back up. There's no backup plan if you fall down through here. And then we'll keep going up, because there's much more stairs to go. There's a long way to go for enlightenment. You know, we're doing a pilgrimage. You catch your breath here, and then you keep going up. There's so much to go. Oh my god. I can't believe this is my island, by the way. I have this small cherry blossom here because this place looked a bit empty, and most of the mountains look super empty because, you know, load limit. I didn't have... Ideally, these whole mountains, in my ideal build, would be filled with houses and trees. You know, like even the trees, the houses would be empty because they would be there for like stage decor, pretty much, you know. I'm not that greedy to want to fill every single building with stuff, you know. But at least give me the option to have some more buildings, you know. Like, I wanted to make this a proper town, and it kind of sucks that I can't do that at this point in time. But it still looks pretty. Not here, because here is crazy that there's nothing in the distance, but what can you do? So let's finish our trip. Let's finish our pilgrimage. Oh, I keep wanting to say snow. The clouds being pink is so pretty. But here we are. We reached the chapel. Yay! Ooh. This is what you see from here. Nothing. This is what you see from here. Another nothing. Like from here you see heaven pretty much. You're in heaven here. Here you're in you're on earth but really close to a mountain for some reason. And this is the inside of the church. This church took me a little while to do because I didn't want to have those walls. You know, this weird ass wallpaper that is all around, and you can't do inside walls and outside walls, whatever. That's a gripe for another day, but it took me a while to do that, and I chose these things up there to be empty and not have windows because I wanted to put some of the pictures. So these, in my mind, they're not pictures of the priestess because she's not that much of the narcissist, you know. These are supposedly pictures of different deities. You can go out through here. And you can go out through here. A small altar here and another small altar here. And that's about it. That's the house tour. That's my final tour. My latest, not my final. That is my latest tour. Ideally, if you asked me, guys, I would legit say that I would legit ask for them to just make the load limit more, because ideally to me, imagine if the load limit was double. It was 1 million. You know, if the load limit was a million, which it's never gonna happen. There's no way it's gonna happen for it to be double, you know, it's crazy. But if it was double, I would be able to fill this place so much and make it look so alive and kind of like part of the map. You know, there are some people, some friends over, you know, the past few weeks that have visited and said that they got lost in my island, and I love that because it shows that it's not only a big island, but you know, you she's such a snob. She hates me. It makes you want to explore the place, you know, and that's the whole point of an interesting map, you know, an interesting environment design. And I really love to offer that. Like when people say that to me, I'm like, it makes my day. So please give me more tools. Infold, give me more tools so I can do these things. At this point, it's difficult because I don't know why I'm going around. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The thing is that it sucks because of all the places that I made, this place, this is my third full island build, is the closest that I'm most satisfied with, you know, because it's really big, it's really pretty, and this is the one that I'm really satisfied with. Having said that, it's not ready. It's not done because, as I told you before, I want to have, you know, more buildings and such, you know. But it has to be done. The fact that it's not done, it doesn't matter because it has to be done because it's at load limit. So I'm done with this place. So even if they give me new stuff, I can't keep this island as the bones and then keep building on the thing that I've already made. I have to, if I want to use new stuff, I have to take something else down, and it is a process that it becomes harder and harder the more items that we get. And it is also like look at this. So you see how filled this place is, and I'm still like, my god, I want to have more stuff all around. But I've ignored that part of the island, you know? I have ignored this whole part of the island, you know? And to me, it's like, why even give us that big of an island if our load limit is so small? Because it makes me want to build, and I've already come to terms with the fact that I won't be able to fill this island, like, ever. And I'm fine with it. So I forgot half of it. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna pay attention to half of my island. But still, the half of the island that I do make, it's still not full enough, you know? It doesn't look like a map of the game, and I want it. Okay, you took it out of your system. Great. I wanted to fill like a map, like an actual map of the game, an actual explorable area. So yeah, that was about it. That's the tour. Thank you so much for watching. Happy 2.2, which is gonna be, I don't know, I think in 6 days from me recording this. And see you soon, everybody. Okay, I'm done, Nikki. I'm done. Jesus. Bye.